Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And here we go, welcome to show number 2790. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and my cock. And you are in the men's room. On tap today, the random question is back. Your guess is as good as mine. Categories, farts, and candy bars. We'll review some men's room rules. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, a men's room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Clap, John.
All right, here we go. Wife calls husband a loser, so husband grabs a hammer, and now we'll spend 10 years in jail. We head to Minnesota for a 17-year-old taking a driving test, and a complete epic fail. 3 Americans in Italy make all America look dumber than hell. A man attacks the Golden Arches and now can only eat at Taco Bell. And SNL alumni pick their all-time most hated host. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. I think most people will agree with this, but the thing that makes people interesting, it's very often the exact same things that make people stupid. Case in point, a man in Baltimore spent $19,000 on a kidney transplant for his 17-year-old cat. Loosely translated, a 17-year-old cat is the equivalent of an 84-year-old human. Worldwide, the average human life expectancy is 72 years, so I'll let you do the math. $19,000 on a kidney transplant for a 17-year-old cat. Meanwhile, there's a woman who was very, very tired, and we've all been in this position, but she didn't want to fall asleep, so she repeatedly jabbed herself in the face with a pair of tweezers. And it should be noted that she was doing this while she was driving. She was driving a Greyhound bus full of passengers. Greyhound. Doesn't cost much for a lifetime of adventure. And like I said, people are precisely as interesting as they are stupid. For example, in spite of the proliferation of drugs in this country, authorities are now warning people to stop huffing Raid and other, quote, heavy-duty bug killers because they're really, really dangerous. They're like, look, drugs are dangerous, but huffing Raid is like, that's like really, 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 really. But I guess it's one of the new things. But these are just some of the stories that we've come across lately, and it's stories that leave us with many questions. Questions we'd like to ask you in the form of our random question. This is how it works. You call us, we will ask you a question at complete random. After you share your story, we'll share the news story with you that inspired said question.
Be part of the big show and a random question. Call 844-999-OLA. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live and send those emails to the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the men's room.
Oh, Michelle's and away we go. Welcome to show number 2790. What a large and a charged broadcast we have for you today. The return of Men's Room rules, as the complete list of rules is available at mensroomlive.com. Every once in a while, we'll take a little time and put some new laws or rules into law. So, Men's Room rules coming up. Your guess is as good as mine. The categories, oh boy, today, farts and candy bars.
Oddly enough, those are the individual nicknames for both of my fists.
You would be shocked to know, Steve the Thrill Hill, that there are certain foods that make you more gassy than others.
Those are the ones I tend to enjoy.
Yes, and those are the foods we'll be talking about if you pick that category. Candy bars being America's favorite candy bars. So those are the two categories coming up with Your Guess is as good as mine. And today, of course, is the random question 844-999-OLA.
Random.
Hello,
random,
Brandon.
random,
Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola. How you doing today, Brandon?
Random.
not too. Thank you, Ted.
You think Ted does that?
Not too bad then.
Ted does the wheel and does the cacaws.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But,
Let's hear a live cacaw.
I haven't done one in years.
I know. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, right. For sure. All right, let's go with this one here. When did you accidentally injure someone else? Accidentally, didn't mean to, obviously. What you,
I'm actually your electrician, Miles. So it happens all the time. I end up lighting up my apprentices at work, not realizing that they're working on something. I'll turn on the breaker to test the house. And just
Why
blow 'em
would
up.
you tell your client that?
Exactly.
Like you just said, hey, I'm your electrician, and then you follow, I'm frying guys all the time.
Hey, no, I don't blow Miles up. I just blow up my apprentices. It's all right.
All right. You do have a different apprentice every time I see you. So
Right? I mean, they usually don't come back after the first day. I don't know why.
I would.
I want you to be honest with me. Has Miles installed an electronic motor for his sex swing over the bed?
I don't know where the idea to cover it with a blank plate came from. That's all I can say.
And the strobe light. Sure. Question: when did you accidentally injure someone? This is a terrible story. A teacher at Seaside High School in Monterey County, this is in California, was demonstrating public safety for his administration of justice class with a semi-automatic handgun. But as Dennis Alexander was handling the weapon, it fired while pointed upward, sending the bullet ricocheting off the ceiling and throughout the classroom. Seaside Police Chief Abdul Prigden says that one of the students suffered non-life-threatening injuries, either by fragmentation or falling debris. Either way, it was a wound to the neck. Not from the bullet. But the class went on after the dust literally settled. 2 other students also had minor injuries. It's the craziest thing. It could have been very bad.
You don't say.
Said the dad of a 17-year-old student with a hurt neck.
Ting tong, ting tong tong.
You didn't get the rest of the day off when somebody gets shot in class?
No, class went on. School officials never checked to see if any of the students were injured, and that he and his son's mother were the ones who noticed his bloody shirt and neck injuries when he got home.
Jesus Christ.
Alexander, meanwhile, who's been a reserve officer for 11 years, has been placed on leave from both the school and the Sand City PD. I have concerns about why he was displaying a loaded firearm in a classroom, according to the department's chief.
I'm a Ted on this one, man. And
Yeah.
because in a lot of ways, and we all say it, and I know every generation will say about whatever generation's behind them, but like, they got to toughen up, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they can't play tag at recess, kids get left out. There's all this stuff, all this ridiculous stuff you do to protect the kids. And I think most of it's completely overblown, because we all survived it, we were fine, right? But I will say, if at any point in school someone accidentally discharged a weapon, accidental or not, and someone was injured in the process, like at least that class is
bullet
done.
dinging around the room.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Bang, bang, bang,
Like,
bang.
I don't need to go home. I don't need to see the counselor. It's not all that. But like the class would be done. At least to be like, you know what? Talk amongst yourselves for the next 20 minutes. Hey, sorry, Andre, for cutting your neck, and sorry about the ricocheting.
Like me if there's
I would assume.
But again, kid, don't play tag at recess because that might be
Any
dangerous.
place where a weapon is dismissed, you'd think you would just have to go home. Restaurant, whatever, like, sorry, folks, meal's on us tonight. We'll get you
Yeah,
takeout
sorry,
bags.
man.
You don't have to stay.
Yeah.
Enjoy your lasagna.
Like I wouldn't finish eating at the restaurant when the gun went off.
And
exactly.
the guy with the bloody neck, you know what? We're going to pick up your tab.
You know what? Free dessert tonight.
Right, free dessert. Sounds good.
Dessert's on us.
Random.
Just, it looks like a flesh wound.
Hello, Dylan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola.
All right, Dylan. This is going to be...
How's it going?
we're doing good, man.
Are you chilling, Dylan?
Oh, always.
All right. This is either something that you do now or something that you used to do, but what do you or did you practice doing? What did you used to practice?
I used to practice talking to women in the mirror.
All right.
But did that
I
really
always
work
had,
for you?
No, absolutely not.
Like what? Like,
I mean,
give
what
us,
do you say? Because
give
the
us a
thing is,
little.
One, I realize that based on my appearance, the woman that I'm talking to, the woman I'm trying to break the ice with, probably makes biscuits at Popeyes. Right?
Well, I mean, like, okay, give us a little, Dylan, of your magic here. Like, okay, the mirror is the phone.
Say, mama.
Say, yeah, like, exactly, you know, like, how are you going to approach me? I'm a woman. Here I am. Come and get me, Dylan. What are you going to say to me?
Oh, man. Hey, how's it going?
Who are you?
I know, right?
I don't know
it's
you.
terrible. I was never any good at it.
I'm here with my friends, okay?
I couldn't help but notice you were sitting on my
And
lunch.
it's her birthday, and I look, just no. It's just, forget it, okay? Because, no.
Right.
Or you can try the Anthony Kiedis line. What I got, you got to get it, put it in you. I get some every time.
You practice anything else other than, so how is the dating world going for you?
Oh, it's,
No, I don't know. I have no idea. It's not good?
Not good.
No, I just, been single for a couple years and had a couple of flings, but nothing serious.
All right. Well, I mean, are you trying all the time? Or is it just something that you figure if it happens, it happens? What is up with your phone?
Sending us more
Little
code.
column A, little column B. I mean,
all right.
It's like if it happens, it happens, but I don't know.
Are you looking for a relationship or are you trying to get laid, though? I mean, because those are two very different things, I think.
I mean, at this point, it's more of a relationship. I mean, I'm turning 25 here in a month, and it's like,
You're 25, man.
Enjoy yourself, bro.
The life expectancy, you got like a third of your life.
It doesn't matter.
Good God, man.
I don't know if I talk to the mirror, but I definitely talk to myself all the time. I always walk around. I talk to my cat. I mean, it's not like you shouldn't be embarrassed talking to a mirror. I literally walk around the house talking to myself.
Everybody talks to themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just you, that's what everybody does.
Oh, I need to go upstairs.
But I don't know that I practice things in the mirror.
No,
Just because when you talk to a woman, like it's not even remotely the same. One, they're not guaranteed to be agreeable.
Yeah, like in the mirror, she's very agreeable.
Sure. It's like trying to tickle yourself. It's like it doesn't work. Or give yourself a massage. You can rub something to make it feel better, but it doesn't feel the same that if someone else rubbed the exact same spot.
Yeah.
There's just no way to do it, man. You just have to go down in flames a lot of times like the rest of us.
This is, I'm trying to think what I practice. I guess maybe.
Do sports count?
Yeah, it's those things. Sometimes running to get ready for a longer race. I'll run a while before that or whatever. But other than that, I don't practice a lot of things.
What are you practicing? I don't practice bass.
But
I play my bass almost every night, but I'm not.
But when you're in a
practicing.
band and you guys get together,
sure,
then you're
in those
practicing.
moments,
I mean,
there's something
using
specific.
You're using your instrument and you're practicing. So I don't know. But this is terrible. Utah man died in the morning after losing consciousness at a fitness center. 39-year-old Gabriel Crowther of Taylorsville was practicing holding his breath in the pool.
Sorry.
When he lost consciousness. I don't know. Lifeguards pulled him from the pool, performed CPR. Despite their attempts, he died at the scene. The pool was shut down. I don't think you want to go swimming again.
Wait a minute.
In the pool.
No, wait.
What?
I discharge my firearm in the classroom and the student's neck gets nicked by debris, right? And the class goes on. This fool, I know he's practicing holding his breath, but the thing is, most survival instinct kicks in and says, hey, man, we need air, and since you're in the pool, why don't we go breach? For whatever reason, he just didn't. I've never heard of them holding their breath so long that they died in the pool, but without drowning.
He had scuba gear on, and police say the lifeguards knew Crowther, and they knew him well enough and were aware of his practice of practicing holding his breath underwater. This is a very fine line. I have been a lifeguard before, all right? Somebody's practicing holding their breath. They go down. They're at the bottom of the pool. They're sitting there. I can watch them all day. And then when they come to the top, I'll go, oh, he's done practicing holding his breath. Now, if I don't realize it, and I'm sitting there going like, well, this is 35 seconds that he normally goes down. I don't know how long he normally goes down. So if he just went down.
If he's been down for 4 minutes.
He could be down for 90 more seconds than I know to be necessary. There's still bubbles coming up, and I still think that this guy is probably practicing his underwater breathing technique or whatever he's doing.
It's
holding
very
his
tough
breath.
for the life. I don't blame the lifeguard.
I'm not on the lifeguard. It's him.
I know.
Look, when you practice as a lifeguard, someone has to pretend they're drowning, right? But the thing is, at the point that you go out and you do what you have to do, they don't continue. They're kind of pretending they're drowning. They're not honestly going to go underwater and take a big mouthful of water and fill their lungs, right? Because they understand at some point, if this practice goes awry, then what I need to do is save myself.
Yeah.
Right? So you would think this guy with the same general mind frame, like, well, don't keep holding your breath. Like, don't die. Like, at some point, breach. If you're running out of air, like, breach, man.
And it just seems like...
But they closed the pool.
Because he died in it.
No, but wait. Again, I go back to the classroom, right?
But nobody died.
Nobody died, but here's the thing, but there's not like chlorine in the class. Like the guy died, like that wouldn't bother me. Like if you said, hey man, if you explained why. If you said, well, there's something weird in the water, I'm not getting in the pool. A piranha popped up, but you say, wait a minute, that guy held his breath so long that he died, right?
Look,
and they go,
but okay,
I have no problem with that. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, look.
That's not dangerous.
No, but look. All right, somebody's at the beach, okay?
Yeah.
And there's a shark that grabs a hold of
Sure.
this little girl's leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
But somebody says, you know what? I'm going to grab the girl, and someone else is grabbing the shark. And I'm hauling that ass out, the shark's ass out of the water. The girl's, she's going to make it. She's got a bite, flesh wound, but the shark is out of the water. Do you still close the beach?
Me? No.
I mean, the sharks are in the ocean, but you know they're going to close the beach.
You know they're in the ocean.
Well, there's just a shark attack that day. I
But
think you
here's
close the
the
beach.
difference.
Yeah, but you already got the shark.
But
The shark's
here's
not
the
still out there.
difference. Nothing happened to him. There was no danger. He held. If you told me a little girl drowned, why? Well, she decided to jump out of a boat in the middle of the ocean and she couldn't swim. I go, okay, well, that's a decision someone made. A shark attacking her, that's different outside stimuli. Like this guy.
All right. Old guy.
He decided to hold his breath and die.
Old guy in a roller coaster at the amusement park.
Yeah.
Dies in the middle of the ride.
I'm riding it.
They close down the ride.
I think it's ridiculous.
Do they? I'm asking.
I think that's different, though.
Probably.
His body was in the pool.
But
All right.
like, I don't know what.
But it's not like they found him there a month later. I mean,
No,
like,
I'm just
he
saying, you got to
died.
close that pool.
Come on.
There's a dead body in
somebody
it.
dies on-
When you get
what
the
happens-
body out, like an hour later,
What happens
I
when
think you should be able to open
somebody
it.
dies on the plane? Do they divert the plane?
I've
or
been
they,
that. I've done that. They stop the plane and take the
That's
body
what I'm
off.
saying.
But you continued your flight.
We're not
They
submerged
took
in
off
water.
again, though.
But
They
they didn't need
took
to-
off again.
Why would they-
They didn't leave. Was it Montana or something like that?
Why
But-
would they dump the body in some random area, though? Like, okay,
You wandered
die-
off the plane.
You die, okay, you die in the middle of a cross-country flight, right?
All right.
And we're above Kansas City. Okay?
Sure.
And they land. They're just going to dump your body in Kansas City.
Yes.
You don't have any relatives in Kansas
It
City.
doesn't matter.
Maybe
But
people-
I think an unofficial vote says, and look, they don't ask, but it was a show of hands. How many people would like us to make a quick landing and get the corpse off the plane?
Or should we just keep going? And I'm going to go, keep on going, man.
Well, they don't
Keep
say
going.
the guy's dead. They say, hey, we have a medical emergency. Then when you land and the ambulance drives away without its lights on, you just do the
Yeah,
math.
but now your body's in the middle of, like, your body is nowhere near like
I don't
your
care.
family.
I think, again,
They're dead.
They're dead bodies. You got to
cares?
get them off the plane.
I get it, but they don't stop the flight. Right? They take his ass off, and then you carry on. I feel like
If
with
you
the
have
pool,
to sit by-
once you get him out of the pool, like, man, because again, nothing happened to the guy. It's a decision this guy made. Like, all right.
If you,
I'm just saying, it's
if you have
me.
to sit by a
Pool's
dead body,
open,
if you have to
kids.
sit by a dead body on a plane for the rest of the flight, do you get a travel voucher?
I think you would.
I bet you do.
I think
I bet
you
you
would.
would. Do you get free drinks?
Wait, did he die in the emergency aisle? Can I get his leg room?
Right, exactly.
He doesn't need it.
Like, I'm going to take his armrest. Everything.
I'm taking everything.
Everything. I get everything.
What did he order to eat?
Like, he gets peanuts? No, they're mine. I'm going to put his tray down and take his free drink.
I mean, right? Like,
cares?
I mean, he's not using it.
Right.
Hello, Jared. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, Jared, let's go with this. Jared, what would you say is the biggest lie that you've ever told? To get laid.
To get laid?
Yeah, biggest lie you've ever told to get laid.
Fighter pilot, military, all the rest of those crap people do.
Ah, jeez.
I'm a virgin.
You know, I don't know. I haven't really had to lie to get laid, but that I was a tiger trainer.
A tiger trainer?
Wait.
Yeah.
I haven't really told any lies except for the one time I told a lie that I was a tiger trainer.
What was your scenario?
That works.
How did you explain that you were a tiger trainer?
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I was like 19 or 20 in Virginia Beach in the summertime. Me and my buddies, we were all junior Marines at the time. And whatever, we were, underage, but we were hammered. We found this bar that had this really cool old bartender that didn't care. He thought service members should be able to drink, so he just served us. And we got all hammered, and we're cruising down the beach, and there's a big group of girls, and started talking to them, and my buddies were just being idiots and couldn't be creative.
Not you, the
whatsoever.
tiger trainer, but your idiot buddies. Yeah.
Right. They were just going about it wrong.
Okay, all right.
But wait, how did you get to tiger trainer?
So talking to this girl, and she asks me, like, what do you do? I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm in the Marine Corps, but on the side, and before that, I work at the zoo as a tiger trainer. And she just found that to be the most fascinating thing and thought it was, like, brave and dangerous and hot or something. She was an idiot, but it worked out. I mean, it worked out.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I go back and forth on that.
A tiger trainer.
Well, I get what he's saying. She's an idiot, but also, like, you're lying to her.
But you're telling her this.
Right.
She asked you a question.
Make her the idiot?
Believing me?
This is a load. Biggest lie you've ever told to get laid. A man has admitted, and this story comes from New Zealand, to telling a woman he was forced to drink poison and would die unless she performed certain sexual acts on him within 48 hours. He pled guilty, the 24-year-old man, to sexual connection induced by threat. The police summary of the facts states that the man went to the woman's home, red-faced and bent over holding his ribs, and told her he'd been beaten up and forced to drink a vial of toxin. He also told her he would die unless he didn't sweat it out within 48 hours. She suggested he go for a run, but he said that wouldn't work as he had to sweat it out in a particular way.
Yeah.
He told her there was no antidote as the person who beat him up was flying overseas. Soon after, she began getting emails from an email address appearing to verify the story. The emails instructed her to perform sexual acts on the man 4 times and have sexual intercourse 3 times within a 48-hour period to exhaust the toxins from his body.
Come on, man.
The summary said the woman only consented because she believed the man's life was in danger.
Why?
Following this 48 hours, the emails and threats continued. They said people she loved would be hurt if she didn't perform certain sexual acts on the man again. Blah, 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 blah. The threat stated if she didn't comply. You get how this goes. And he was not apparently a rich prince either. So,
dear God, man. I've been poisoned. The only way to solve this is for you to let me have sex with you several times over the next, say, 48 hours. Come on, man. Hey, by the way, a bunch of people chiming in. The body in the pool.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, they said, look, man, more than likely when he died, like most people, right. They're like, it's poop in the pool, dude.
Yeah.
Good point.
It, right.
I stand corrected.
Random question, 844-999. Ola, more your calls on the way. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Still to come, your guess is as good as mine. The categories will be thoughts and candy bars. We'll do your guess is as good as mine right after emails on our random question. 844-999. Ola.
Hello, Ethan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. Ethan, tell me you've got somewhat of a decent intelligent level at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to know.
All right. Because I'm going to ask you a hypothetical. Sometimes
boy.
this can go in a bad way. But
by the way, Will Smith would call you Ethan.
Ethan.
Hey, Ethan. Ethan from Earth.
All right. If you could, what would you steal from a grocery store? If you could take one item, not get caught, what are you stealing from a grocery store?
Plain and simple, the safe.
What are you taking?
Plain and simple, the safe.
Steaks. Okay, all right.
Just one thing?
Yeah, you can take a number of them. You can take a few.
Like as much of this
one
one
so you
product?
can get in your hands.
No, the store safe. Actually, the safe.
Oh, the store safe.
Oh, the safe.
All right. You know what, man? I like how you think.
Okay.
Because I was thinking beer.
That's twisted.
I was thinking about those the already picked crab meat.
See, the only problem is
how much crab meat or beer I could buy with the safe.
But how much crab meat are you going to be able to eat before it goes?
Safe.
See, I was thinking the perishable.
It's free.
You know what, dude? That is a good call.
Safe
Me and the family are going to have a good dinner then.
Let's just assume it's an item that they sell in the store. Safe is a very smart answer. What would the item be that they have in the store?
Yeah, I'd probably say the most expensive steaks they have.
The most expensive steaks. See, I think I'm going to go razor blades.
Yeah, man. Laundry detergent.
There's a couple of things that are just
as far as money,
expensive.
Razor blades are super expensive. I just do you shave enough?
No, I don't. But I'd still like to have them. They're not going to go
so
bad.
you're going to get this practically. But you're right, man.
Well,
but here's the exhilaration of
Jameis Winston stole the crab legs. I thought that was ingenious.
Well,
but he got caught.
He got caught.
Yeah,
so
but he still stole the right thing. Like if you'd have had something later,
you're not a genius because you wanted to rob a casino. We would all like to rob a casino, but if you actually pull it off, then I go, all right.
Yeah, that's the whole point of like Ocean's 11.
Right.
We go back down to Florida and Niceville again. A 23-year-old man accused of stealing nearly $300 in meat from Walmart, charged with shoplifting. He left the store but was stopped by a police department officer who asked where he'd just been. He said he'd been at Walmart, and then a lady stopped him as he was trying to leave and told him that he was going to jail. He admitted to the officer that he'd failed to pay for the meat and dog food, but said he wasn't stealing the items. Stolen items included cooked and uncooked bacon, spare ribs, dog food, New York strip steaks, boneless chops, stew meat, ribeye steaks, and top sirloin. He basically went in there and took every cut of meat that they had.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how did he try to explain? I think people say, I failed to pay. Like, no, that's called stealing.
Yeah, just wheeled it out, I guess.
What is
He
that?
said,
But he said he wasn't stealing. Okay. Someone buy that man a dictionary. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room.
Ooh, Sarah.
Hola.
Hola, fellas.
What are you doing?
Just getting off work.
Okay. Random question time. Glad you called. Okay. What do you do to keep yourself awake? What is your secret to keeping yourself awake?
Oh, jeez.
If you have to.
I don't do any coke or meth or anything like that. I probably drink beer.
You drink beer to stay awake. All right.
I like that you start with Coke and meth. Well, I don't do any of the obvious stuff.
I thought somebody might say like coffee.
Right. I mean, he just went hardcore, man.
Right. I like the Coke and meth thing, though. That's...
I don't even drink coffee either, so.
that would have to be my go-to. I used to drink Mountain Dew when I was 20,
Does coffee
21
keep
years
you
old.
awake, though? It just doesn't do
I'm
anything
not
for him
sure,
anymore.
man. Coffee and cigarettes used to do the trick, but I don't know. I mean, anymore, I think black coffee. It would have to be black coffee.
Yeah.
Something that makes me poop. Random question, 844-999-OLA.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.